Zahahaha. Harry here, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto Was a Reincarnation of Blackbeard, Part 4. Yeah, wait, was it 4? Wait, fuck. I mean, Part 5. Also, since this is 4 weeks old from Part 4, it hasn't been a month, so I get to just say, fuck that shit, no recaps, and let me just begin into this What If, okay? I know half of you are gonna be pissed, but fuck off, I don't care. But let me just begin into this What If, and yeah. So this is Part 5, and I want to end it off on Part 5, but I don't know if I can. So let me just begin into it and try to end it off. But yeah, we go into, well, Naruto. Well, we go into actually a time skip of Naruto. Naruto is now, well, 17. He has kind of grew. He's now at the height of being, well, kind of, how should I say, 7'1", so he's actually grew a lot. This is where, well, his skin also became darker a little bit. His hair became black, like jet black. And of course, his Dofus has become stronger. Also, his Hawkins have also become way stronger. This is where next to him is Shiroi, who's actually became 6'1". Well, not 6'1", 6'9". This is where she's a lot taller. She's more slim, and of course, her hair is all long white, all the way down to her waist. Of course, this is where, well, her silverish eyes with split are still there, but yeah. Of course, she is kind of right next to Naruto, who is actually Blackbeard. And of course, this is where, what should I say? I guess we're now 17. Should we destroy Orochimaru and his stupid experiments? You did say after 4 years, we will destroy Orochimaru. Naruto Smoke said, of course. Like I said, all of my members are ready. They walk through a door, and of course, they're in the this island called the Black Death. And of course, where, well, when they walk through it, they see all the 10 Titan commanders. So there's actually 10 in total for Blackbeard, like in original canon. There's 10 in total. Well, so it's 9 mostly, but there's supposed to be one more, and that's either what's it called? Akino? Or not Akino, I think that's how you say his name. Basically the old Admiral for the Ice User. Or it would be Enderu. And I did say it was the old Ice User from, well, the Admiral. But I don't know. There's a theory of both of those being kind of like the 10th commander. But I'm gonna say it's definitely Akino. So yeah. Of course, they're all there, and of course, all behind them are, well, the ships. Yes, when they walked through the door, it was mostly through the outside. This is where, well, all of them are in different ships. They're basically Yonko commanders for, well, their different types of army. Now, of course, half the army that Akuji kind of has is basically from Mist Village. So we go into a flashback of when mostly Naruto took over the Mist Village. When he took it over, he destroyed, well, the third the third Mizukage by killing him, and of course taking the beast out of him, and of course throwing it somewhere because Asuka didn't give a shit. He didn't want the beast to annoy him. Of course, went to take over the Mist Village and take over all the Bloodline users. This is where, well, all the Bloodline users are now indebted to him. He made sure that every single Bloodline user that was in the Mist Village still alive was indebted to him. So yeah. And some of the 7 swordsmen were still alive, like Chojuro and what's it called, the Mizukage Mei and all that, and others, who were basically the Revolution Army. Naruto basically crushed them. He crushed them all. He basically killed them all just so he can kind of have loyal subordinates. So yeah, of course, after taking over the Mist Village and managing to somewhat say some stuff and pull some strings to make some people's life better. I say some, not many people. But of course, all of them were now under, well, Naruto's control. This is where, well, Naruto was laughing. Zahahaha. Well, hello there, my 10 Titan commanders. This is now the year to destroy well, a couple of people that we have problems. Isn't that right, Luffy? So yeah, Luffy is like this guy with a cane and of course kind of spinning around and also has a top hat. And says, of course, we do have a couple of people. Let me explain this real fast. So, first problem that we have is, well, Orochimaru. We are still going to betray him and kill him. And since we already know that someone's a traitor around here, this is where, well, one dude is actually pointing so many guns at him. This is where, well, he is shocked. He didn't actually expect to actually be found out. He's mostly on the, what's it called, light, on a boat with, what's it called, Akiji. Akiji already knew that this guy was a traitor. They didn't really say anything, and of course, they're just saying this out loud now for this guy to already hear about it. But of course, he's pointing guns at him and says, well, too bad, traitor, goodbye. This is where all of them shoot at the traitor, killing him in an instant. This is where, well, Luffy says, so that's one of the problems, or tomorrow will be one of the problems. But another problem will be the Stone Village, Sand Village, and even the Cloud Village. So, all of us are going to take out first Orochimaru and then the other villages. There is one more called the Akatsu's, but really, we don't really care about what they do. But if they try to piss us off, we will kill them, instantly erase them from existence. Now back to you, my lord. I mean, not my lord, my, well, captain. This is where Blackbeard says, of course. After hearing the little explainment from Luffy, this is where, well, he says, after hearing that, we will now take over this whole entire, well, 5 great nations. This is where, well, Naruto says, then let's begin. Zahahaha. This is where, well, some people were going with Naruto towards, well, Orochimaru. Naruto was right now just walking towards the Sound Village. This is where, well, when he got to the Sound Village, it's where he says, quick, no me. Rumble of what's it called, the underworld. This is where when he pulls the the air down, this is where everything gets flipped around in the Sound Village, crushing a bunch of civilians. This is where Sound Ninjas couldn't stand up to Naruto's power, and of course they also get cut down by Shodai. Shodai had to dodge a, well, like a chain from someone, and of course it was basically 3 red hair Uzumakis. One with no eyes, another who looks to have multiple like rods around her, and the last one kind of having glasses and kind of laughing like a psychopath. This is where, well, the one with glasses is named Karin. The other 2 is basically Kushina and, well, Mento. It seems Mento is dead and Kushina is also dead. But it seems Karin is able to control both of them and start fighting against Shodai. Shodai says, you really are an annoying bitch. You're always like a little whore towards that pedo snake. I guess I'll easily kill you. This is where, well, Shodai starts cutting down both, Kushina and Mento down, easily cutting into a million pieces. And this is where, well, Karin's like, no, my puppets, you bitch. This is where she sends multiple chains at Shodai. Shodai dodges it and slithers around, like she slithers around to the left and kind of says, die, bitch. This is where, well, her sword seems to go into a purplish color and stabs it into Karin's heart. This is where she pulls out, and this is where her heart started becoming like a dark shade of purple, even around her skin, and she's fully dying from the poison. She dies. So they say, bitch. This is where, well, we go into, well, the others kind of fighting. This is where, well, it's what's called Shirai, who's actually with Naruto, and of course Shirai's killing anyone that dares to stand in front of its captain. This is where Dr. Q is also there, kind of poisoning so many people, kind of acting like a medic, but really he's managing to make them all eat poisonous apples. This is where he says, pretty easy. Well, not Dr. Q. It was mostly Jesus. Yes, that fighter dude. He's right now beating the shit out of so many people. This is where their armies behind them start fighting. The boxing dude does have an army of mostly fighters, like taijutsu masters, but yeah. This is where, well, Shinrai is also having people that are swordsmen, but yeah, like from like the Iron Country and all that. And of course, they're right now killing sound ninjas left and right. This is where Orochimaru comes out, and he has the Sharingan in his eyes. Right now, he is having Sasuke's body and laughing, saying, "I knew you would betray me, Naruto." Who's a This is where Naruto pulled him in and grabbed him from the neck and says, "Oh, you already knew this shit. Well, too fucking bad for you. You won't find a way to nullify my abilities, do you think so?" This is where Chimara says, "Ha ha ha. You see here, I have the Uchiha body, and I'm immortal. So This is where he can't use Chidori. He can't even activate the Sharingan. Right now, Naruto's using darkness. This is where Naruto says, "My darkness nullifies everything, even your chakra-based attacks. Your immortality is actually kind of a chakra-based style. I can kill you now, peasant." This is where, well, Naruto pulls out a claw weapon and of course cuts Orochimaru's head off. This is where Orochimaru dies. So yeah, of course, this is where Naruto starts walking away, and this is where the others start crushing in the Sound Village. This is where we go into the next villages. Dr. Q was kind of giving poison apples to different villages, and of course, this is where some people are dying, and some people actually got infected by a virus, kind of called zombie virus. This is where, well, it was a virus, but also as a poison, that when it bites into other people, those people only have a limited time before they die from the poison. This is where, well, so many, like, outbreaks in the, well, 3 villages, mostly the sand, the stone, and even the cloud is kind of having an outbreak. The cloud is trying to kill off the zombies, but when the zombies die, they also leave out a kind of like greenish, looking like poison gas or something. If people inhale that, they become a zombie and infected. This is where Dr. Q kind of made that. Just because, well, he knew that his captain wanted not to fight any weaklings. So yeah, that's where, well, Dr. Q did have help from other scientists. So yeah, or kind of medical scientists somewhat. So of course, where, well, so many people are right now having outbreaks. This is where it went. Naruto just had to wait about 4, well, to make sure. He wanted to just make 1 week entirely sure. That's where, well, Naruto is very calculating and smart, just like Blackbeard. He's right now calculating the days and how long this kind of outbreak will happen. Now they have, well, the outbreak zombies only have one thing in mind, not brains or anything like an actual zombie. They have to stay in the village. If they get out of the village or get pushed out, they die automatically. It's like if there's something in their brain just killing them off when they leave a specific area. But yeah, this is where, well, we go into a week time skip, a week and 2 days later, but yeah, this is where, well, Naruto says, it's time to see what has happened through the other villages. That's why Naruto goes to the Reincarnation to actually destroy it first, because he knows the Cloud Village is second strongest. That's where Akuji and also, well, next to Asta is that sniper. Of course, this is where other people kind of went to the other kind of like villages, like the Stone Village, mostly having Shinra, and well, Jesus. The other one had, well, the Nine Tails kind of fox girl and some other people, but yeah, even that big dude, but yeah. This is where Naruto gets there, because I'm gonna keep saying Asta, but Naruto gets there, he sees the right Kage having low people. This is where Naruto tells the commanders to tell their army to attack. Now, multiple shots of flintlocks and shots were sending straight to the ninjas. The ninjas were barely able to escape. Barely able, because multiple of them were shot down. This is when the right Kage was pissed and having a lightning Larian, and of course tried to hit Naruto. Naruto blocked it with his darkness and nullifies already the lightning cloak, grabs the Raikage from the neck and says, "Die!" Crushes the Raikage's neck. This is where Killer Bee tries to attack Naruto, but this is where Naruto made a quake bubble and tentacles appear all around, well, Killer Bee. Killer Bee tried to also use his, well, what's it called, like, tail piece, but this is where Naruto hit him with a quick bubble into his stomach, kind of making him cough up blood. This is where the tentacles decide to crush Killer Bear's neck. That's where Naruto takes out the tail piece and throws it somewhere, because Asa does not want the tail piece to get in his way. So yeah, Uchito was already captured by the Akatsuki, but yeah. This is where, well, we go into, well, the others. The others are right now easily destroying, well, the Stone Village and also the Sand Village. This is where, well, the Sound Kage was actually taken, and even the Stone Kage was taken after destroying fully those villages. This is where, even though, well, their tail beast was already captured, already taken. Yes, the Akatsuki were right now taking them. Now, of course, when the Akatsuki went to take, well, 3, 6, what's it called? Yeah, 3, 6, 8. Well, they did take 8, but 3, 6, 8, and even 9, they couldn't find it. 7 was the one that they can't find because it was in the Mist Village. Well, not Mist Village, the Waterfall Village, but yeah. Of course, after them taking it, the Waterfall Village just fall down, and they get destroyed. Every small village was now under the rule of Naruto after a while. And yes, Naruto did kill the 2 Kages left remaining, like the stone and even the sand, but yeah. But this is where, well, we go into the Akatsuki fighting against Naruto. Pain was going against Naruto. This is where Shinrai was going against, well, someone named, what's it called, Kisame. Itachi was actually going against, well, a sharpshooter. This is where, well, Q was going, well, not going against anyone. Though mostly that one person was a devil fruit of, well, like the Nine Tails and all that, was fighting against, well, Kakuzu. Hidan was going against, well, no, Jesus was going against, Kakuzu. Hidan was going against, well, not Shinron. Shinron was going against, well, Kisame. Itachi was going against a sharpshooter. This is where, well, others were kind of going against the others. Okay, I can't really think of multiple of them, but yeah, let me actually. Okay, the Corrupt King was going against Hidan. Of course, this is where the Nine Tails, well, Devil Fruit user was going against, well, Sasori. This is where, well, the giant dude was actually going against Pain, but Pain managed to bring out the Ghetto Statue to fight against that big dude, but yeah. This is where, well, another sharpshooter was going against, well, Deidara, because Deidara was able to fly and all that with his explosion fucking dragon, or bird, or even and all that. And this is where, well, they were fighting all that, and this is where, well, Conan was actually trying to protect Nagato. So we go into Naruto's fight. Naruto was right now erasing the chakra, notifying the chakra between the paths of pain, easily destroying them, going straight towards the biggest building in the Rain Village, because yes, they attacked the Rain Village. This is where, well, Naruto crushes the building by using a Quake bubble in front of him, smashing the building, making it like fall down. But yeah, this is where, well, the building was falling down, and of course, this is where, well, someone was being carried. It was mostly Konoha. Well, not Konoha. Conan versus, well, Nagato versus Naruto. Well, Nagato versus Naruto, but yeah. This is where Nagato tries to send an almighty push at Naruto, but Naruto just don't know fight with his darkness, pulls out the, what's it called, tentacle one, and grabs Conan and cracks her neck. This is where Nagato got pissed and started trying to send multiple attacks at Naruto, but Naruto kind of used the darkness, around him. This is where, well, Pain, well, mostly Nagato couldn't send any more attacks, and this is where Naruto appears, kind of stabbing both the Rinnegan out. This is where Obito was pissed, ran into the darkness barrier, but it wasn't much of a barrier, but a dome underneath him. This is where when he ran in, he tried to punch at Naruto and tried to also use combo, but Naruto grabbed his arm and break it. This is where Obito realized that he can't get out using combo. This is where Naruto started beating his ass using the tentacles, using the Quake bubble to punch into his stomach, breaking all his bones, and then just cracking his neck with the tentacles. But yeah, this is where, well, Shinrai managed to defeat and kill Kisame pretty damn easily. by turning invisible with his devil fruit and then just assassinating his ass. Itachi couldn't deal with the sharpshooter because it was from long range, and even with the Sharingan, it wasn't able to see that far. So he got his eyes just shot out, and of course, this is where he got his head shot out, killing him in an instant. This is where, well, Deidara was going against, well, the corrupt king, and the corrupt king was just beating his ass. Of course, Hidan wasn't dying, but Coxus did manage to die thanks to, well, who that? Wait. Kakuzu was just getting his ass beat by, well, Jesus, and Jesus was right now just destroying his hearts with just punching. Of course, well, the Rain Village was right now under attack thanks to the different armies of commanders, but yeah, that's where, well, the wolf dude was actually destroying, well, the ghetto statue. He's managing to beat the shit out of it. But of course, since the Renegon disappears, the, well, ghetto statue disappears. This is where, well, Obito was right now getting his life force sucked out of him and he was dying. This is where, well, Naruto kind of goes to fight against the other Akatsuki members. This is where, well, Deidara was getting shot down and of course got his head shot off by a sharpshooter. This is where, when Sasuke was going against, well, the Naruto user, he actually lost thanks to his head, well, head and neck and other parts was destroyed in an instant thanks to her double fruit, but yeah. This is where, well, a lot of people are dying except for Hidan. This is where Naruto just got his hand and threw it into the ocean because fuck it. He didn't know what to do with it, but he didn't want to deal with it being goddamn annoying. So, of course, they were, well, they didn't care and just walk away. This is where, well, we go into, well, a time skip. A time skip after the Akatsuki were defeated. Obito was killed, but of course we go into a time skip of now Naruto being, well, the ruler of everyone. Naruto's now 37 and has one child that is named, well, Naruto. Well, not Naruto, named Baruto, whatever you want to name it, I don't care. Which should I? Of course, this is where the kid has jet black hair but also pale white skin. But yeah, of course, with jet black hair mostly. This is where, well, his eyes are a mixture of like dark brown with white and slick and all that. Of course, this is where, well, of course, after Naruto managed to rule over the other, like, places, Aokiji was mostly destroying the other places by kind of freezing a lot of people. And kind of, like, stopping the siblings from revolution. But yeah. Of course, Naruto's 37 now, after being 20 years of ruling. Of course, his now youngest son is actually 10 years old, but yeah. And so where, Shorai is next to him, and of course, where, well, they are the rulers of, well, the 5 great nations and every other smaller village, but yeah. That's where, well, I'm going to end it off here for, well, part 5 of this what if. I am actually really extremely tired, so yeah, this is the end of this what if, but other than that, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato, and good night, potato. But yeah, bye-bye, and I'm gonna go to sleep, but yeah.